Hi, it's Lori from the Paint Girly channel. I'm just about ready to crack myself up because I just carry on before before I go live. And I was just doing the Johnny Carson thing. Okay. I know I'm not well. I really should seek some help. But welcome to everybody who might be here. Look, I don't know. I don't know. It's just been one of those days. What can I tell you? It's one of those days. I got me a messy desk. Oh my gosh. From yesterday's live, it took me forever to clean up. Of course, I was still messing with fabric and paint and paper and, all that jazz. And then I decided last minute, well, I really didn't know what I felt like doing tonight. Got plenty to do. Just didn't know what I felt like doing. And last minute, I started to look for a zipper. Now, Pam is going to send me a couple of zippers, which is very sweet of her to do that. But then I remembered, I thought I had a pair of jeans in my art space here. And so I found them. I think they were like a girl's size 3. Anyway, I took the zipper out. Where do you see this zipper? Because I was going to try to show you how to do that little crochet thing that I mentioned the other day, and then Mary mentioned it on her live last night. So that's the plan. I've got my scavenger hunt book here somewhere. I just knocked my mouse. Oh, I do believe I'm going to be home alone today. So I've got the scavenger hunt. I've got not my everyday journal. I just got stuff. I was going to pull out a napkin and decoupage something. I haven't done that yet. Look, here's a piece of map. I think I need a piece of map for the scavenger hunt. Now, let's see if I can find my scavenger hunt book. Well, there's Kelly. Hello, hello. I know I have my scavenger hunt book here somewhere. It's not somewhere over the rainbow. It's somewhere here. See, now I have a bunch, all my jean scraps laying here. See, now I have another mess to clean up. I find myself to be annoying. That's not it. That's a different one. After a while, all your journals start to look alike. At least they do to me. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. I can do that another day. Can I not? There's Pam. There's Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. Did you send me your address? I didn't look. I've been coloring. Kellyanne says, I only have a fabric map, so I'm going to glue it onto paper and voila. Excellent idea. Excellent idea. Sounds like a wonderful page. I was messing around still with my paint. For those of you that had joined me yesterday, I was painting on fabric. You emailed it this morning. Fabulous. Thank you so very much. I had left you a message on Messenger quite some time ago, and then I couldn't find you well, I did find you on Instagram, but you're not following me, so they wouldn't let me send you a message, because I'm a hoodlum. And then I think Kathy Berg said, try Twitter. But then I saw you in Dee Dee's this morning, and I was real excited. I was so excited. Okay. So I was painting on fabric and using my powdered paints, and had done a strip. Actually, I did this one, but this was with acrylic paint. Now, let me bring my nothing but high tech here. I lowered the boom. All right, I don't know. I feel like I'm in a very weird mood this evening. So I really kind of like this strip of fabric. And then right before I ended yesterday, I did another strip. Now, this was watercolor, and then we did some other stuff on here. Like, see there, I stamped. Here I stamped a little. This was jelly plate stuff. So then today, I thought, let me make some more of these strips. Now, I had said when I first started, no, I am thinking, really? Well, there is a Kimberly 557 on both. That's okay. I'm just glad I found you. No, I already did Kimberly Ray because she won something from me, and then I sent it to her. But I wanted to send you some happy mail, and I couldn't find you. I'm a Lori. I'm a Lori. Kellyanne, uncramp that brain. Just sit back and relax. So I might have mentioned, I know I mentioned, that this GAC 200, it's a hard acrylic extender for non-porous surfaces. But I was going to use this because I didn't dig out my GAC 900. Okay. Yeah, I'm really not that sweet, Kimberly, but thank you. But you were on my mind, and I have a little envelope here. It's got jazz in it. I think I might have promised you something, like napkins or something. Anywho, when I went straight to the GAC 200, it really did stiffen up this strip of fabric, which I don't really mind. Woot, woot, woot. Okay, so then I just started fussing around with some stuff. And I might do some stamping on this later. But see, this one's real crunchy, right? And then this one, I think this I did during my stream on Sunday. No, I did this afternoon too. I did some numbers, and then I tried that skyline stencil. Now this is softer, but this I used my glaze, that acrylic glaze that I had or have. This was one we did during the stream. Now Eileen Lyons encouraged me to mix some of the pigment powder with texture paste and put it through a stencil. And I thought this would pop off real easy. Now, I can pick it off, okay? But I have to really try to pick it off. So, I mean, I think that looks really cool. So I was pleased about that. And then I was fussing around again some more today. See, I should have just cleaned up instead of fussing around. Oh, look, I did this one. Just straight colors. This was a paper stencil. But see, I can do more to this. And then I took my other piece of denim and did my stencil. I know Eileen has a lot of good ideas, and she knows a lot about all the products too. You know what I mean? She knows her stuff. So I was thinking at some point tonight I might stamp a flower or something on here, and then get out those paints or paint something on here. But I'm just going to play it by ear because you know, I don't want to get in a or have people feel like I'm in a rut, like, painting on fabric 2 days in a row. I mean, come on. Might not want to do that. So I was just going to wait for a few more folks to get in here because I want to do this. She's well invested, I'm sure. I'd like to have a peek at her supplies, wouldn't you? I mean, we got a glimpse of Colleen's workspace and then Kathy Berg's. Okay. I would like to see Eileen's too, but I'm nosy. And then, oh yeah, I did these today. Because I did a couple of pieces a while ago. And like, see this, I think turned out really nice. And it's pretty, but I don't remember how I did it. And it's very soft. So then I thought, well, maybe I took those glazes and just put it on the fabric. And I think that's what I did. Obviously, I'm still not connecting with what I did. I did this one a couple years ago. So however I did it has left my brain. Talk about a fuzzy brain, foggy brain. So today I just kind of did the same thing with the glazes, try to put it through a stencil. You can see some are not as successful as others, but it still looks kind of cool. And I could stamp on this, I could stitch on this. Pam puts a curtain up. Well, you know what? We all have different kinds of spaces, right? But some of us are a little more endowed than others. And you know what? I wish I could remember what the stream was called, Pam. If you go back, it's like Kathy Berg's whole, it looks like her whole basement is hers to use for her art. And she's got, I don't know how many of those little wheelie trays, and she's all organized, and she's just got a beautiful space. You have to wear a bib when you watch it. But that's been a little while too since her and Colleen did that. So this again, see it kind of all bled together, and then I had a leaf stencil. So then I just started to dab some of it, but using the acrylic glaze, and I think it's called primary. I can get them out and look. These are very soft. So this is what I was messing around with today instead of, oh, here now I have another blue one over here. This was yesterday I was using different fabrics. Like this is a plain shower curtain. And this is a tablecloth. And here's some of it. This is not, this doesn't have any paint on it. See, so it's like a beige and then it's got like a white flower and leaves on it. Now this one, I just kind of did a wash of, I think this was the glaze. Hi, Dana. And I just kind of did a wash. So see how it kind of, it didn't really resist where the flower is, but this by itself is pretty. But I think, see, now this is the side I painted it on. And then it just soaked through. But it's real soft. Yeah, there you go, Pam. So I figured tonight I could stamp on some of that, but I really wanted to do one of my journal pages. So I'm just going to put all this aside. I can't find my scavenger hunt one. I don't know where I flipped that baby. But I guess it was, I don't know. The days are already running together. But I had stitched those inspired by Shannon Green, watercolored or somehow stained or inked or painted, pages. These are my pages from my advertisement magazine that I brought back from France. Hi, Angie. Wi-Fi doctor tonight. Ooh. And then you're supposed to put them in a book press, glue them all together, and then you either drill or punch holes and you stitch them. So I did a couple of those. So this is another one that I had in the works, but I was thinking I might like to just kind of like decoupage, not decoupage, but put a napkin down on the front of this one for a cover rather than leave it plain or do any kind of cloth. So this is what got me started. I did this one first. This is just a recap while we're waiting for some folks to get in, because a couple people might be interested in the crochet thing. So this one I didn't have enough linen pulled off of the spool to finish up the stitching like Shannon does. But it's, I mean, it's together. It's not going to come apart. And these were just, you know, a smaller composition book that I just key stained, I think, the pages. And then I decided, see, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is, now see, my pages are, I throw them in the drawer and then they get all wrinkly. This is an Ideals magazine that I took apart, watercolored on the pages on my jelly plate, and then did the Shannon Green thing. Glued the edges. My hubby drilled the holes for me on this one, and then I stitched it. All right. I love them. I love the way they feel. I love the way they look. Shannon shows you how to, and if you look at my video, which is last week sometime, I put Shannon's link. And she shows you how to cover them with paper or whatever, right? But I like the stitches, so I want the stitches to show. So then this is the leftover pages of a really nice book that I used, I think a Lindy spray or something on this, on my jelly plate. And I'm going to use that as my front cover. That was one of the pages in the book. And then again, clipped them together, glued the spine, and then stitched. So I really like that one. Now you can see this one doesn't have very many pages. This one, I used my crocodile and punched the holes, which Shannon suggested. If you don't have too many pages and you have the hand strength, and say you don't have a drill or have someone to drill it for you, you could use, you know, your crocodile. So I wanted to try that. So that's the end result of that one. And then this one, I had found the stay timer at a Goodwill or something, and I just love these pages. So I had watercolored these like a long time ago. Little Red Wagon. Renee, I'm hoping it's Renee. Hey, there's Christine. Hi, Christine. She's sheltering in. Give us some hugs, Christine, and you'll warm up. So again, I glued the spine, but I wanted to put cloth on this one, but I wanted to see my stitches. Now you can see my stitching has improved. The more you do, the better you get, right? Practice, practice. And so I'd stamped these. This is a Jane Davenport stamp. And then I bought some buttons on some trim at Hobby Lobby a while ago, and it's just really darling. So I made my own because I wanted buttons that had the same colors. And then I painted and stamped, added some lace, you know, and just really kind of trashed the fabric. But there I have that one, right? So like, look at all these. So now this one, hey, hi, Kathy. So now I'm thinking I want to put maybe some napkin on that. So I didn't dig out a napkin. I know, don't you find that shocking? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out a nappy, or I should say a serviette. The nappy is a different thing. Nappy is a diaper. No diapers here. No diapers. Yeah. All right. Moving boxes. Always moving boxes. Oh, I don't know if I can get that open. Whoop, whoop. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to grab a napkin I'm going to want to use. So let's just see. Let's see. This is just the tip of the iceberg, kids. And now, like I said, this was my little advertisement book that I picked up in 2001 when I was in France. So I know I have French napkins or Eiffel Tower or something. Oh, here, see, now this is a Paris one by Air par Avion. So that's French. Portsmouth. So that might work. I pulled out a little other ephemera thing that had, oh, here we go. I pulled out that little thing, and look, I found this little bit of cloth that has Paris on it. So what I was, oh, look. See, I know I had some Paris stuff. Now that's all different languages for pairs, I guess. Now that might just do me. That might just do it. Might be good enough to cover. If I want to cover the front and the back. So this is just okay. So I'm pretty sure I'm right. Renee, right? I'll call her Red. Red has had an epiphany regarding her crafting. I have an issue with where to store finished projects that I really want to keep. Oh, so let's see what she's come up with. All right, so those I don't need. So I was thinking if I put something on the front and maybe the back, and then when it dries, I'll have to get my husband to drill this one, and then I can stitch and make it like the other ones. Renee is French, feminine, and Renee. Oh, okay. I didn't realize the double E. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Renee. I don't know if I like that on there. Not really that crazy about birds either. But see, I like the big word Paris. So if I do this, okay, let's take the backing off. So I'm waiting for some other folks to come in, and it looks like we're filling up a little bit. So once I do this, I'm going to show you this little crochet project that I saw on YouTube. You know, they don't call them reels. I don't know. What do they call them? You know, when you go on YouTube and the little video things start to play, they're like little ads, or I don't know. It's what the algorithm is shooting out for you to watch, according to. Now, Renee, are you looking for ideas, or did you have an epiphany and you have your own idea? I have a filing cabinet I picked out of the trash, and I've got most of my journals in there. Now, see, I don't care about it being see-throughy. Oh, Ange. I like Angie Marie. Okay, thank you. I get a little hardcore about my name sometimes, so I just like to make sure. Yeah, I used to get hardcore, not so much about my name, but I've shared this before. Lori is not my name. It's a nickname. My parents never called me by my given name, and it was, for whatever reason, traumatic for me when I was growing up. Complained about it all the time. And so when I had my children, I wanted to name them something that would not be turned into a nickname. I wanted to call them what I named them because of my traumatic experience. Ugh. Drama, drama, drama. So, we named our daughter Colleen, and my sister-in-law promptly began to call her Collie. So, had to nip that in the bud. And I'm not really a bold person now, but I was less bold then, and had to tell her several times to please not call her Collie. You know, like a dog, like a collie dog. Okay. And we named our son Brian, and little did I know people would start to call him Bri. Hi, Riri. My YouTube name was my childhood nickname too. So Bri really didn't stick, but we called our son Bud for many years. My husband still calls him Bud. Okay. I don't know. The things we put ourselves through. Oh, really? People want to spell it with a C? I have a cousin whose her full name is Kathy Sue. Not Kathleen Suzanne, not Kathy Suzanne, Kathy Sue. That's what my aunt liked. That's what she named her. When she went to go get her first marriage license, they didn't want to give it to her. They kept saying to her, no, 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 we mean what is your real name? What is your given name? Kathy Sue. No, like, is it Susan or Suzanne? Are you a Kathleen? Are you a Catherine? I'm Kathy Sue. Should have practically fight with them. Well, I kind of like that maybe a little bit. See, I have this piece of fabric too. Yours is cat. Yeah, she has. I think hers has a space. I don't think I have to, be so hung up on this cover. I'm just going to paint some. What do I have handy? Elmer's glue all I have handy. You know what? I might just use my glue stick. Why can't I do that? I can do that, can't I? Of course I can. I don't think I like the windmill there. Hey, Chris, how are you? I don't like the windmill. I'm gonna 86 the windmill. So tonight's gonna kind of be like a potluck. I want to put something under here. I had a little plastic bag. I don't know where it went because everywhere in the plastic bag. See, I'm not a poet. I had it under there. This'll do. This'll do. This'll do. So Riri, is Riri your childhood nickname, or is your nickname something different? You don't have to tell me. I see, I'm just nosy. There's Shannon. Hi, Shannon. Okay, so I want the glue here, here, and here. Okay. I'm doing it like cheater skeeters, but see, if I do it this way, I can flip it over and put something on the back instead of the wet medium. Well, when I went to first grade and the teacher started to call me by my given first name, I said to them, my mommy and daddy don't call me that. So then I told them that they called me Lori, and then that was the end of that. I was pretty much Lori from that point on. Riri is one of my childhood nicknames. It's the one that was used most of the time. Aw. See, Riri's cute. But you probably didn't have issues. But you probably have a cute real name. See, I don't think my name is cute. Renee said my 3 husbands and I named our 3 kids with names that have no nickname, a shorter version, and now my husband named our son Oliver, which at times people obviously say Ollie. Yeah. But see, my thing, and I don't know why I didn't name my son James, because I always liked the name James. I always liked Jimmy. But if I like Jimmy, why wouldn't I just name him Jimmy? You know? Look, I got another. My hair, I should be bald. I have so much, my hair falls out like crazy. Okay, I'm gonna get it. Come on, baby. All right, now once this dries over here, that'll be easy to take that off. Now, do I want to repeat? Maybe I want to repeat the same on the back. Pam says she just got a package from Amazon. Thought he drove off without delivering my package. No, he put it on the edge of the porch instead of by my door. My son's a delivery driver. I remember Janet Young one time saying, why don't they ring the bell? They should ring the bell. Well, I don't want them to ring my bell because I got my package from Keisha today too, Ange. When they ring my bell, the dog goes crazy. So they'd rather they don't ring our bell. Names are beautiful. I have 2. I was named after my mother, but I only use it at my job. My social network name is Chris. I do feel a little bad for the hard time that I gave my parents, my mom in particular, about my name growing up. But it is what it is. Somebody said to me, well, when your mom passes away, change your name. Oh, geez. Why bother? I'd rather spend the money on art supplies. Hello. Oh, I want to mark this. Yeah, I got my little gift from getting my punches. Beautiful, beautiful lace. Beautiful lace and fibers. So I have to make sure I thank Keisha. It's very nice of her. Okay. Let's get this one here. I know, right? It's like my husband and I, we have a pretty good dental plan right now. So we've been getting dental work done. And I think I've mentioned before, I'm having trouble with with the one tooth. It just keeps getting loose and my face is sore in the one spot. It's sore. And I mean, I know you have to have the dental work done if you can afford to have it done. And it's really a blessing that we're able to have it done. But, truth be told, I'd rather buy art supplies. It's just the way it is. Somebody years ago said, if you're not sure what you want to name your children, go to the back door and scream the name about 50 times, and if you still like it after that, name your name your kid that. Eh, but, you know. See here, where I put my clip, I got a little piece got knocked out, but see, when I stitch that down, it'll be all right. Everything will be all right. Now, I don't know if I want to put this up here or not. I guess it looks okay. You have to memorize 80 plus names? Ugh, is there going to be a test, Chris? Sheesh. That's not easy. Yeah, the other teeth that he did for me are really very, very nice and great. It's just this one tooth. Oh, I remember you saying that on your video, on the one video. All right, I think what I'm going to do is glue that down. I'm not going to do that now because I don't know where I've got my. I want to use my gel medium or something, and I don't know where I put it. So that's what this is gonna. And then I have more pages that I want to. I guess I'll do the same on the back as I'm going to do on the front. Because look, I have it, so I might as well use it. Right? Look there, I got a drip of something. Got a drip of something, something. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Okay. So, the one evening I was checking YouTube for who knows what, probably to see if somebody was on live, and this little video came up with this crocheting project, and I'm sorry, I'm just, I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of them I think are lame. Okay, they're things I would never, it'll say, "Ooh, all your friends will want one of these." No, that's not true. But this particular little project I thought was really cute, and I think it could come in handy. So I thought I'd like to try it, but it involves having a zipper, which I don't have, and our dear Pam, who's in chat, said she would send me a few zippers, so that is lovely. But, I get, or I want to do something, I want to try it now, and I just remembered I had some jeans that I took apart to use the denim for, and I thought I might have a zipper, which I hadn't thrown away, and I did. So, right before I came on live, thank you, Pam. No hurry, really, honey. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Look at this little tiny zipper. This pair of jeans, I think, were like a size 3 or a 0. Hipsters. Look at the little zipper. But it'll let me show you what this gal did on the video. Now, in Murray's stream yesterday evening, I have glue or something under my nail. Oh, paint. That looks like gold paint under my nail. I did put the link, and I'll put the link again when this video, populates or whatever they call it. So you need a zipper. I would recommend, I don't know if it's in another language, so I had to read the subtitles, and I didn't read the description box, so I don't know if they give you sizes, but you can see, this is all frayed from me tearing it out of the jeans. But you would have a nice zipper with no issues, all right? And you probably want, you're going to have zippers for, Pam, I said 3. You want something longer because it's going to be like a little pencil case, that you unzip and you want to get stuff into. So this one, because it's so little, I'm just going to make the bag part longer. I'm not going to sit here and do this all night. I'm just going to show you how the gal did it. And I've got little notes written down here. So if you don't crochet, I'm very sorry. Now this yarn my neighbor gave to me. She bought some yarn, made a couple of things, and I would not recommend this yarn, at least not for a garment, and probably not for what I'm doing either, because hers really stretched, but it could be when she washed it. Now, Riri says, I've been saving all my color catcher sheets. What the heck are color catcher sheets? Shannon has a goal of in 2023 to learn how to crochet. So far, I know how to start. Well, you know what, Shannon? You have to know how to start. So good. Hi, Beth. So, um, here we go. This yarn is very soft, so this might, you might want a stiffer yarn. They catch all the dyes in your wash. Huh. All right. Okay, so what this little gal does is she takes a metal crochet hook, a small metal crochet hook. I'm going to try this one. This one is like a 2.75. I'm going to see if I can get it through. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. So if you're familiar with a zipper, it's got this, Pam told me what it's called, but I always forget what it's called. This waistcloth or something, or I don't know. I'm sure there's a name. Anyway, if you really look at it, there's like a little line right there. So I'm going to try to follow that little line. And all you do is you get your yarn ready around your finger. You take your small metal hook. You start, past the bottom of your zipper just a little bit. You poke your needle through. Grab your yarn. Pull it through. And then make your first stitch, single crochet. Hooked by Robin on YouTube is great at teaching crochet stitches, and so is Aunt Beck. Let's not forget Aunt Beck. She's got all kinds of videos that do that, but this is a particular project. So now the gal on the video, as far as I know, does not tell you how many stitches you need alongside of your zipper. Now this is hard because I'm catching you know what, I'm going to try I have a smaller metal hook here. Let me try and see how this is. And you're just doing single crochet, so you're not yarning over at this point. Okay. See, I keep wanting to yarn over because I'm working on another project. So you're popping your metal needle through, and you're trying to get your yarn to come through cleanly. Now I just grabbed this yarn because this is what was sitting by my comfy chair. So far, this is a home run, right? Okay, hubby's home. She's going to go get a kiss before the door. Now, I'm guessing she doesn't really tell you this yarn is really not that great. Okay, but I'm going to plow through because I don't feel like going and digging through my yarn. I can't really see where my loop-de-loop is because Some yarn splits. Kellyanne says, I didn't know Aunt Beck did. Yeah, she does. She absolutely does. She does a lot of crochet. And then she started to teach the Tunisian crochet. So you're just pulling through. You're going to have an easier time than I am because your yarn is not going to separate like this. I hate to say it, but I think this yarn is headed for Goodwill. So you're going to do this all the way down this first side. Now, can you see what I'm doing? This is really terrible. I don't have any other yarn out here. Oh, you know what? I think I'm lying. I think I have some in my... You know what? I'm going to do that. Hold on. I think I have yarn in my Goodwill box here. Let me pull. Yeah. I want to pull something that's not too dark so it's easy for you to see. But this ought to be enough to get me rocking and a rolling. Let's use that. I have enough there. Oh, there's plenty of this green. This might be just as bad. Let's do the green. Navy and green. How bad can that be? All right, so I'm going to start over. Let's start at the very beginning. You don't want to spend a lot of money, I don't think, Shannon. But I don't care for red heart. I'm kind of a yarn snob. I'm really a knitter at heart. I do crochet, and I've been crocheting a lot lately. Oh, golly. I'm trying to think of something that's like at Michael's that's easy to get. That's not real expensive. You don't want homespun, I don't think, or anything like that. Does anybody in chat got a nice yarn they can recommend? Don't pick anything dark. Pick something, middle. Yeah, not fluffy, not hairy. Good point, Chris. Right, and that's what I was saying, not a dark color, because it's hard to see your stitches with the dark color. You're going to Michael's tomorrow. There might be somebody at Michael's who could recommend, but I personally, I don't care for red heart. To me, it's a lot of it's very stiff. So all I'm doing is just poking through the tape, this fabric. This is splitting just as well. Once I get going, it's going to be okay. I'm trying not to pull it too tight either. And I'm not even looking at the camera to see if I'm in camera. See, and this yarn is really big for this little hook I'm using. But you want that little metal hook so you can poke through the fabric of the zipper. Now, Mary was saying she was going to make her bag and then stitch it on the zipper. But I don't know why you would do that when you can work right from the zipper. Oop, I just want to come around once. Yeah, this isn't any good either. This is splitting. Okay, we're going to go round 3. See, this is Lori's problem. I don't want to show you something and have you get frustrated when it's not. Oh, this won't split, but this is really thin. Let's try this lime green. See, these are just little bitty pieces of... I don't know that word. I occasionally do amigurumi. It's not complicated. Basic stitch, tightly knitted Better to use 100% cotton yarn. I'll have to look that word up. I don't know what that is. All right, this is the I'm going to make this work. I'm just really having a hard time not getting that yarn. I haven't had yarn split on me, and I can't tell you how long. Maybe I should pull it up a little bit more. Pull it through and pull it up. I am a tight crocheter and a tight knitter. Knitted dolls, Lori. Oh, cute dolls, animals, people, monsters. Oh, cool. Oh, thanks, Ree. Little animals. Oh. Crochet thread, but then when it makes the bag, Kath, I'm thinking that it's not going to be um like solid enough. And see, once you get this on and get started, you switch to a bigger needle. And then, you know, it'll be fine. It's just pulling it through this. And of course, the video says this is very easy and anybody can do it. I should have practiced, but I didn't want to start it without showing you how to start it. All right, this is not going to be super neat, but we're going to rock and roll. I need some background music. Can somebody sing for me, please? There we go. There we go. This is why Mary is saying she probably wouldn't do it on the zipper. Now, I know I'm probably pulling this really too tight. I'm pulling my stitches up. Pulling the stitches up so they're not as tight. This is really tight. Oh, okay, Kathy, that sounds good. Chris, if you can't sing, hum. See, once I pull it through there, if I pull it up a little bit and give myself a bigger stitch, that's a little better. And the other problem for me is I have my reading glasses on top of my head, which really I need to do. So I sing in chat's request. I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. That's what Ange says. Hey, there's Gail. Hi. Hi, Gail. Yeah, I'm trying this project I saw on YouTube, like a little advertisement, but I'm having trouble with the yarn. This is my third different spool of yarn, Gail. Hi, Sherry. Um, I crochet so tightly. I'm really trying hard to be loose. To be loose. And I don't think you can really pre-pop your holes because yes, but you need it to punch through your fabric of your zipper, Gail. I'm going to switch. Once I get all this set up, I'm going to switch to a larger needle. But I keep splitting not splitting hairs, I'm splitting threads. Okay, Shannon. Yeah, see, it's a little zipper. And it's a little mini zipper, of course, but this is what I had. I was telling the girls I took it out a pair of really small jeans that somebody gave me to cut up to use the denim. Okay, so now when you get down towards the end here, you're going to do 8 single crochets, and I'll show you once I get down here. And that's going to go across the top of the zipper, and then we're going to come down the other side. So it depends on how long your zipper is, and you just want to space these out. You don't want them too far apart because you're making a bag. You're basically making a little bag or a little pouch. So you want to keep that in mind. Now your zipper, if you're using one that's new out of the package, I think you're going to have more of a tail here at the top and at the bottom. So this might be a little fiddly for me, because like I said, this was in a pair of really small pants. I mean, you can see how little the zipper is. And I'm still not catching that one thread. So I get up and ask for his name. Doesn't matter. He's because I don't know. I don't think I knew that song. All right, so I'm coming to the end here. I'm going to make one more stitch. She says. I mean, once I really get going here, you're going to see how darling this is. Okay, so now when you get at the end of your zipper, Joan Jett, I don't know who Joan Jett is. I know I live under a rock. Sorry, Gil. Okay, so once you get to the end, now see, you want your stitches to be even. Mine's not. So now we're going to single crochet 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you bring that over top of your zipper, and you start down this side and do the same thing you did on the other side. Put another dime in the jukebox. I lived a very sheltered life. All right, so now I'm going to come over here exactly across from where I was on the other side. See, across. Pop my needle through. Pull my stitch. And come down the other side. See? See? After the stream, look this up. Okay, girlfriend, I'll do it. And I'll probably say, oh, see, I don't know the names of anything. This side is a lot easier pulling it through. Oh, now my sisters are going to start messaging me. Oh, maybe it was scale. Okay, so here we go. Now you know why I had all this yarn going in the Goodwill bag. Because it's splitting. No, it's not you? Okay. Now, once I get down this other side, Kathy, are you doing this? There we go. Okay, Kimberly's going to go eat dinner. Okay, here we go. I just keep pulling it. I'm trying to really concentrate on not making tight stitches. I'm like the knitter that can't get the needle in because you're going to try later? Okay. Misery loves company, you know. So you don't want to pull your stitches so tight that the tape on your zipper curls. You know, you want it to lay flat. Nice. See, I pulled it there, and I'm getting it. It's getting you're writing it down. If you ever try to do this type of thing again, Lori, you might want to try using a needle with the yarn and do a blanket stitch. Then, yes, that's a very good suggestion. But I'm trying this and following the instructions on a little video. Because when you make those tea towels, you put your base stitches in with the needle and thread like Gail's saying. Now look at this. See, now I'm getting this other yarn twisted in this. And there's Janet. Hi, Janet. You can't make this stuff up. Look at this. Okay? Go to your room. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I'm coming down the home stretch here. It's not really the home stretch. Oh, no, don't yarn over. All right, so I'm coming back down, and I would think, you really want to have the same amount of stitches on both sides. I'm not really paying attention to that. Quite honestly, I'm just hoping this will be over soon. Look, I still can't get it to come through without splitting. I mean, I've been doing crocheting and knitting for a long time, girls, okay? But I never saw anything like this, like stitch it right to the zipper. This is why we were telling Shannon, just get a decent yarn. I think it will be fun. If you don't have a lot of people watching you, sure. Yeah, I'm fairly experienced. Of course, it doesn't look it. Okay, so see, that's pretty even there. All right. Now I'm going to do my chain 8 like we did at the other end. Well, sure you are, Laura. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did the same thing on the other end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm bound and determined to do it right. 5, did I say 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we'll bring it over the top, and you're going to go in your first stitch here, and you're going to join them together. And all that means is you just pull that thread through, and then pull it through your loop. But there again, I don't want it to be, there's Aunt Beck. This is a cotton yarn that's splitting like crazy, Aunt Beck, because I'm using a really small hook. So now I'm doing what they call a slip stitch. Just slip that through. Hallelujah. I'm at the place where I can use my bigger needle. All right. So here we are. All right. We're done with that little skinny hook. Now they want you to put a marker right here. This little tiny hook is a 1.7, but you can use any little metal hook that you can punch through the tape on the zipper, you know? All right, so I'm gonna now attempt to put this little marker in here. I don't know why they think you need a marker because you're right there at the zipper, the bottom of the zipper. So now she suggests that you switch to a 2.2 or 2.5. I don't have anything that small out here, so I'm using a 3.5. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a single crochet in every stitch around the zipper. Now my stitches are so tight, this might be hard to do as well. You know what? I'm going to go in that back loop. If I can't get in here. No, there I go. Okay. So again, we're just going to stitch around, coming down the one side, and all we're doing is a single crochet right under those two little legs. And I'm trying to not stitch as tight as I, normally do. I'm trying to be looser. Okay, so we're just doing a single. Gosh, I feel nervous that Aunt Becca's here. It's the yarn. Aunt Beck says it's the yarn. Thank you, Aunt Beck. Okay. So we're coming around the mountain when she comes. Yeehaw! So you're going to do that down one side. You're doing your single crochets. And of course, if I was doing this for real on a normal size zipper, I would count and make sure I have the same amount of stitches on both sides. Urgh, it's really tight. Did Gail ask what I'm making? Yeah, it's supposed to be some kind of little bag. Now, this one I was going to make really long because the zipper is so small. Like, really, what would you put in here? A coin purse. I guess this could be a coin purse. Okay, so I've got one more here. Now, when you get to your 8 single crochets here, you're just going to loop under those and do 8 single crochets. Oh, there's Janice. Yeah. Lipstick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got to get them all in there. 7, 8. All right. So you're not going through, you're just going underneath where you had those 8 single crochets. So now I'm just going back under. This is down the next side, and we're going to do the single crochets again. Let's just making a base row for, and I don't know what they call this stitch that she uses, but I'll show you what she did. Now, if you watch the little video, you have to have the closed caption because it's in a different language. Yeah, there's no give to this. But there again, if you want to put something in it, it might not stretch too much either. So there's that to consider. Okay, this looks like my last stitch here, I think. Let's see. Yeah. So then right here, where we had those 8 crochets, single crochets, you're just going to go under those and do 8 more. So no cornering with like an, nope, she didn't do that. Although it might be nice to do that, but she didn't. Okay. Beth asked a question above. Okay, let me see. I was stitching away. I see Gail a small makeup bag. How far back, Beth? Can you put it in again? Because I have such a hard time finding. I had this the other night. I don't see a question from you, Beth. I'm so sorry. See, remember, Gail, we had trouble the other day. I couldn't find who was asking me a question. Somebody. I forget now who. It'll come to me. But all right, so we're just going right underneath those 8, and we're doing 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just hit my mouth and lost you all. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, like I said, I really am stitching tight, and you don't really want it tight. Oh, yeah, Aunt Beck's tired. Okay. Beth said I can use the hook I got in my hair kit. You know what? You can try it. I have found those to be really sharp and, they stab my finger. But you could try it, you know? Yeah, just relax with a kitty. Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't work, Beth. Okay, so now we're here again at the beginning, and I'm just going to slip stitch that. So you just go in, pull your thread through your loop, and we're here. Okay. Now she does, I think she might have put a stitch here, a single crochet. Now she went in that first space and she yarns over 4 times. So yarn over 1, yarn over 2, yarn over 3. Oh my, I'm only going to do 3, but she does 4. And then she pulls all the way through. See, I don't have any give with this yarn. She used a nice soft springy yarn, and her needle is smaller too. Gosh, nobody's going to want to do this with the way I'm fighting with the yarn. Yeah, I think the blanket stitch is a good idea, Gail, for real. Now see, I can't really. So then you want to finish your stitch and then a single crochet. Oh yeah, my stitch is way too tight for sure. I'm trying to loosen up, but I'm so nervous, Chris. Okay, and then she skips a space and then goes into the next space. yarn over 1, yarn over 2, yarn over 3, and pulls it all the way through. Single crochet, skip the next stitch. You want to yarn over. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm doing 3, but she did 4. Pull all the way through. So it makes a big puffy stitch. And one more. She did use a bigger hook, but I didn't have a bigger one out here. She used a 2.2 or 2.5. Oh no, hers was smaller. Mine's bigger. All right, so then you're skipping your stitch, yarn over. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just have to pull them up. Pull up my drawers. Ah, oh, no, no. I'm going to pretend like you're not here. 2, 3, 3. And there's no slip to the cotton either. It like drags. And then an extra single crochet. And then you do this all the way around, even. And what I didn't pay attention to is how many they put in the end here. I'm sure there's not 8. If there is, it's really crowded. Skip 1. Wait a minute, now I'm talking and I can't talk and do it at the same time. Skip 1, 1, 2, 3. Well, I hear the hubby coming. Okay, Gail. That's all right, honey. Go be with your hubby. Thank you. Have a good evening. Okay, let's pull this through. Just trying not to split that yarn. An extra stitch. Skip 1, 1, 2, 3. Pull it through. Another one. I'm not missing anything, right? Okay. So now we're coming up to where, and I'm assuming they do one in each one of those. Not each one, because they skip one. So we're gonna follow the same pattern. Yarn over, skip a stitch, 2, 3, and I'm just going to go around and then show you how she continues, and then I'll tell you what else she does. And then you're on your own. You can watch the video. Oh, Chris. Oh my goodness. So you're a lefty. I cannot believe this yarn's giving me such fits. Okay, skip 1, 2, 3. I feel like Dee Dee counting down. Is Mary in here? I should have warned Mary I was doing this. And then an extra stitch. See, so I mean, it is cute. See, then I don't know what they do about these little tails, whether she tacks them in. Of course, they should be longer. These, I think they cut these short because the pants were so small that I got them out of. Oh no, I love to knit. Don't go loom. Don't go loom. Okay, now my chair's sliding. All right, so we're skipping, coming around here, wrap, 2, 3, pull up my threads so I can get my needle through, single crochet, wrap your threads, skip a stitch, wrap, 3, I'm going to need a nap. Okay. The thing with knitting is it's getting a lot of it is just practice and mostly getting comfortable with holding the needles. Yes, the metal is very hard to learn on because they are slippery. All right, so we're skipping a stitch. Wrap 1, 3. I don't know if I'm counting right. Like I said, she did 4. I'm doing 3. Single crochet, wrap, skip, 2, 3. Cheating. I'm pulling that one so I don't lose it. Time for tea. Yeah. But it also makes it thick, so whatever you're going to put in the little sack's not going to, easily, although it could still fall out. It's not like you're going to put pennies in here. You want to put something in here like, I don't know, something that's not going to fall out. Well, you could do that, Beth. Okay, so we're skipping that stitch. Oops. I have to wrap and go in, I think you want to use some kind of a thick stitch. So it's one thing Murray was saying about the Tunisian. I haven't really looked at Tunisian stuff. I wrap, and then we're skipping that stitch. 2, 3. Pull it all the way through. Single crochet, skip. keep wanting to go through. 2, 3. I bought cotton yarn from Hobby, Hobbi, I think it is. Oh my gosh, it's delightful. It's so nice. Except for the black. The black's real hard. Date survival kit when I was young. Oh, a room for one tiny journal with a pencil attached, a lipstick, and a folded 20 at money. Okay, we're almost to the end here. 2, 3. I should have made myself a cup of coffee. I just didn't think that the yarn was going to give me this much trouble. Get my little zipper tails out of the way. 2, 3. I don't know why you really have to mark the beginning of your row. I don't know why you wouldn't know where that is, but doesn't hurt to mark it. Yep, you can. You can certainly do that, Chris. Chris says you can sew in a lining. 2, 3. I know it's good. There she is. Hi, Mary. I'm fighting with this project. All right, so yarn around. We're skipping that next one and going in this one, wrapping it. 2, 3. Pull it all the way through all your loops. Stitch, and now I'm going to join. I think I'm going to join. Do a single crochet. Okay. Woo! So now what you're going to do is you're going to go in that space and do the same stitch. And then you just keep going around. So let me just do a couple. 2, 3. Pull them up. Pull all the way through. Stitch. Single crochet. Wrap your yarn into that next space. Wrap and go under. Now she does 4. I'm doing 3. Feel like a broken record. Man, this is just not giving me any kind of a break. Okay, so that's what you continue to do. And then you make it as big as you want. Okay? Now, like I said, my zipper is a teeny mini zipper because this is all I had. But then when she gets it as long as she wants, she unzipped it. She turned it inside out. She did 2 rows of single crochet. No, let me start over. Back up the truck. Back up the truck. Okay. So you go around and around as much as you want. Make it as long as you want. No, the stitch isn't difficult. And then you do, when you get it to the size that you want, you do 2 rows of single crochet open your zipper, flip it inside out. Yes, I'm following the pattern, Mary. And then you slip stitch, or like what I would call a knitting a bind off. You just go through and keep pulling your thread and close it, and then turn it right side out, and that's so then you don't have a big seam like hanging off the bottom. It's on the inside. I put the link in your stream last night. Let me see if I can grab it real quick here. I don't know if my YouTube is going to make noise, though, if I go into my YouTube. I didn't think to do that. Why wouldn't I think to do that? I was in here earlier messing around with the settings. This could get noisy. Hold on. I want to go to history. I don't know if I got it. I don't know if I got it. You've been offline today. Let's see if I got it. I don't know if that's the right one. You have to see if that one, if somebody could check that link and see if it's the right one, I would appreciate that. Because my cursor slipped a little bit. It slipped. Okay. All right. So that's all you do. And like, really, yeah, this part here is going to be easier for me now because it's loosening up. And I'm just going into the open space. So you just continue around. Does it work, Mary? Okay, thanks, Janice. Ooh. Okay, okay, thanks, Beth. So that's all you do. So, I mean, I think it really makes a cute little bag, if you're not fighting with your yarn. So all this yarn is going to go to Goodwill. Let somebody else who's better than me fight with the yarn. That's all I'm saying. All right, so then I showed the girls that were in earlier. Let's see. Some of the fabrics that I was working on yesterday. And then today I did a few more. I'm just going to put this in a bag here for now. And I thought I might stamp or paint a little on some of those. So this was the fabric. I used a couple of different things. I used some powdered pigment to color the strips of fabric. And I used some acrylic glaze. That bag is, you got it. You got it, Beth. It is out of here. And I had talked about using the GAC 200, which I did on some of these. And they got a little stiffer, which, that's what the label said it does. But, I'm okay with that. So I just thought I would. Now here's a wider piece. And this, I just used the acrylic glaze. And you can see I tried to use a stencil. Well, I didn't try. I did use a stencil. But I had it a little too wet. Here you can see I did better with the stencil. But here it bled. But you know what? I think that looks kind of cool too. So I was thinking about working on a couple of these. This just had kind of a wash with the acrylic glaze. I found yarn at the thrift shop, but like I said, I'm a snob when it comes to yarn, first of all, and I'm cheap. I mean, first of all, I don't know why they have to put it in such big bags at my Goodwills. I mean, they're so big, and they're like, 9 or 10 bucks. Eh, I usually don't ever buy yarn. This one didn't turn out great, but I think it looks a little better. So I thought I would try. Now this one really got stiff. So I must have had a lot of, okay, Chris. It was nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. Have a good night. Office supplies and some bias tape. I think a lot of those places, it's like, if you can go on a regular basis, you're more likely to luck into something, really wonderful. Okay, so if I want to stamp on this, Janet, this is what I was doing the other day. The fabric, it was Sunday, right? And I used see, I put all that away. Hold on, let me grab a couple. Let me see if I can maneuver. I used this silk acrylic glaze on some of them. And I used Primary Elements pigment. These are powders. And I used this with the GAC 200. And I might do a little bit more with this tonight, because I'm thinking I want to stamp and I want to paint on some of these. So let's just see what we can get into here. Let's see what stamps I have. I have my stays on, and I think that's good. I'm just not sure if I have any really good stamps that are right here in my drawer, easy to get to without digging. Oh, these are cute. Look, I got these little tulips. I got those from the market. Let's see what else I have in my drawer. Irises. I've got a little swirl. And, I could have picked out better things, but let's just see what I have here that's convenient. I like to have, let me see if I can find mine. Yeah. Let's have a little script writing. And there's a couple other small ones. Let's see if we can do something with this stuff. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Now, if I can find, and I've got a little dragonfly. Now, if you did something like, as I make a bunch of noise, if I can get one of these flowers on, you could really use that as a guide. You could draw them on, okay? You could take a little pen and draw. and then you could stitch. Okay, Angie's going to take a shower. She has to go to the eye doctor. Oh, thanks, Janet. Thanks, Kathy. Yes, I used my jelly plate and some stencils, and we used some watercolor and a bunch of different stuff. So let's just see what we can do here. And because ideally I was thinking a scroll where I could now see this one has acrylic paint on it, and then we splashed some gold. See, you can see I've got a little flower there. See, I could stitch there, put a button, you know, and then snip it, use them for clusters or whatever. That was my idea. And then we did watercolor on this one, and then tried to do some stamping and some other stuff. Some of it turned out a little better than others. But then today, before I put my plate away, I started messing around with some other stuff. So what I was thinking is that, see, I've got this the numbers in the background, right? Yeah, well, you know what? If you mixed it with the GAC 900, I will soften it up for you. But you are absolutely right. Right all along, you're absolutely right, and I was wrong. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so let's try these little tulips because I think they look swell. And I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this way. Thanks, Riri. Okay. Here we go. Let's see how it goes. I didn't do a test. See, now I can come back and paint those, or I could stitch them. If you had, like, say, a postcard stamp or a postage stamp or some foreign words, you know, you can stamp a lot of different stuff, and then maybe you wouldn't want the background so busy. Let's see if I can get some script on here. I like my script. So what it says on the directions of my powders is that you take a little bit of medium, put it in a little jar. Very Tim Holtish. Oh, thank you, Janice. Now, come on. I know my camera's not focusing. How cute is that? Somewhere I have a tin that I have little small stamps in. You know, put a little heart up there, a little star. You could little stitch it, sew a little button on. I'm wanting to paint that. I'm wanting to paint that dragonfly. Let's see. What do I have here? I don't know if this will. Oh, this might look kind of coolish. Kind of coolish. This is just a little sprig of flowers. Now, maybe not so much on that because I kind of like the skyline. Keys, yes, Janice. Keys. Clock. Little birds. Butterflies. Let's see how this stamps. Oh yes, this is going to be adorbs. Okay. So I'm going to stamp this on. I'm going to do a couple more, and then I'm going to let this dry while I do a couple more. Maybe I should get out that other. Now, how cute would that look with some French knots, you know, and stitch that? Très cute. And of course, if you did this, you would take maybe a little more thought. And kind of match up your little stamps so they kind of, work together. Let's see what I have in this little. It's not really little. I had taken some stamps to my sisters and I left them in this tin. This is where I got all my Timmy stuff. See, look at that. Admit one. Come on, this is going to be cute if I can get it to stamp right. Probably I should have gotten out Elvis. I don't know where I put Elvis yesterday when I was cleaning up. Elvis. Oh, Elvis. Like if you have a little piece of foam, or I like to use Elvis is my mouse pad, my old mouse pad. Gives you a little bit of cushion. You get a better stamp, right? So let's see how this one stamps out. Oh, not too bad. Okay. And they don't have to be as close together, right? I had a hard time finding the mouse pads I have. I have two. One's really beat up, and then I have Elvis. So then I was thinking like on something like, I got a fairly plain spot here. Right here. All right. Where's that big? Now this might end up looking, pretty crappy, but I know I have other stamps that probably would be better, but I'm going to try to get this flower right there. Going to try my darndest. Hey, Devin Rex. Hi. Gonna try, but she couldn't do it. Gonna try, but she couldn't do it. Now, I'm assuming that this VersaFine is permanent. Yeah, all right. I'm going to try not to rub-a-dub so hard. Now, I've got a little bit of a straight edge there, so I'm going to try to get that on the edge. Now, Packer Die said to do it the other way, but I'm going to try to do it this way. Could always use something to, a lot of my stamps, I don't know, they don't stick to the things anymore. Okay, this might work. See? Now I'm going to put all these other ones I did. Mary's working on her Afghan tonight. Very good. Okay, I asked for this pair. I put this pair of scissors in my Amazon cart, and my daughter and her family got them for me for Christmas. They're fabulous. They're so freaking cute, and they're so sharp. Devin, these were the fabrics I did. I thought you were in there yesterday. I was messing around with the acrylic glaze, and then yeah, they're not only cute, they work. They're so good. They're so good. And the pigment powders that I mixed with the golden GAC 200. No, you missed it? Yeah, I was messing around with my jelly plate, and I used the GAC 200 and watercolors and stencils. And now my idea was to like do a scroll for these narrower ones, and then we just stamped on one here. And I was saying we could stitch, like this. You could do little French knots, a little running stitch or whatever, or you could paint. So on the little jar of my little paint powders, it says to tip your brush in a medium and then take your brush to the powder and paint. So I was thinking I would do that, or try to do that here. And so I've got a greenish blue background and this big flower. And I wanted to really stand out. So let's see. I've got an Indian copper. Maybe I'll try that for the center. And then for all these petals, see, a lot of these colors are deceiving. This one is called French Lilac. Oh, I love olives. You eating green olives or black olives? Oh, love me some olives. Okay, let's try these two. So now I need some kind of a little pot. I don't want to lose my little scissors. The little skizzers, I don't want to lose them. Stamps. I mean, I have stuff. I'm telling y'all, I have stuff everywhere. There's nary a spot left for me to put a daggone thing. All right, I've got a little space right here, and that's where I'm going to put my GAC. I'm going to use GAC 200 because that's what I have out. But I would think you can use any kind of golden matte medium, I would think you could use Elmer's glue all. I would think. Water, I think, was a little too runny. So now I'm going to look for. So I've got my copper. Now I'm going to look for a little brush. This may be the. I've gone blurry. My screen looks okay. Is that anybody else see me blurry? Let me know, please. Of course, I can go out and come back in. It's you too? It's you too, Dev? Did it write itself, or are we still having issues? Now this is going to seep through, but I've got my silicone mat here. Yes, blurry. All right, let me go out. I'll come back in, see if that pixelated. Huh. Okay, I can't tell. I don't think it's, I throw a bunch of, man, I can't have anything to do with it. Let me move some of this stuff out the way. Oh my goodness, everybody's blurry. Try to focus something on your camera. And On my screen, it looks normal. I can go out and come back in. Any better, or is it still blurry? I just don't know what to do about this. All right, I'm going to go out and come back in, and we'll see if that changes. Yeah, I'm not, yeah, well, I'm on StreamYard. But, okay, I'm going to remove myself. I'll come right back. All right. I might have too much on my desk. That could be. All right, I just popped back in. I went all the way out and came back in. It's better. Okay, I took a lot off of the desk. We'll see. We'll see if this does it. Not a lot of wild colors. Okay, so let me know if we have an issue. I just might have to skedaddle, but we'll see. Oh my goodness! Now my mouse is in the house. Okay, great. Now let me find a little brush. If I can find a little brush, would be most wonderful. This might work. All right, so I've got a little. So what I'm going to do is put out a little bit of this GAC 200 out, if I can squeeze it out. And then I might need a little water because it's thick. So I'm going to put a little water in my other corner. See how that does. And then I'm going to try to paint this. I'm going to try the petals first. So what it says to do is just take some of your medium on your brush and then just go into the powder. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can bring my camera down. Oops, sorry. Does that help? Or does it make it worse? Of course, I can't really see chat now. Oh, look, I dripped. It's really hard to do it that way. My medium is very thick. See, it's all powdery here on the edge. I'm going to get some more water. But it's real shiny and really cool looking. I'm going to fold this part up. It might help a little bit. And Jilly was saying the other night, maybe thin it out with some water. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to try the copper. So I'm going to get some of that medium, tip into the copper, and then get some water. Ooh, that's cool. So my point is that if you do something like this, then even if you have like a piece of fabric that it didn't turn out so well, see, because my stencils are blurry, if you stamp another image on it and you either stamp another image on top, you can paint over top of it or stitch. Carol's doing a lot of stitching. A couple of the girls are, right? Janet Nash. And then you could use this for a portion of a journal cover. A cluster. I mean, gosh, you could really use it for a journal page. You could put it on a t-shirt. Oh, see, I keep dripping. You don't want to drip. Now, like I said in my stream yesterday, I, purchased this stuff from a lady. I really don't know anything about it. And I got it years ago. I messed around with it a little bit, but really not a whole lot. But this particular paint is real shiny, and the colors are, at least the colors that she picked out and purchased, are real vibrant. And then I would think you could go around this with some kind of a Sharpie marker or a Posca pen, and kind of doodle. And then, like Jilly recommended, she said, why don't you put some water on your plate? And that seems to be working pretty good too. Now, maybe I think a happy medium, no pun intended, is good. When I first went to the cloth, I think it was too wet. Kathy's leaving. NCIS. Okay, Kathy, thank you for being here. Have a good night. So if I blend this, I take some of that GAC and then a little bit of water to thin that down. It's going on a lot better. See here, I had a lot of extra powder. But like everything else, there's a learning curve, right? Now I had a little dragonfly. I had a little dragonfly on one of those things I stamped. See, but I think this one turned out really cool. And this one. See, right here I was getting good, but I watered down the powders and pounced the sponge. Like before, I was kind of rubbing the sponge, and then it would get, under the stencil. I mean, I should know that. I do know that. All right, so I'm going to give this little dragonfly some coppery wings on the bottom. And you can put in, of course, as much detail as you want, right? But they're all shimmery. They're all shimmery, these little dragonflies. Okay. Now I'm going to pick up some of that purple. A little bit more. Now, I don't know anything about, really about acrylic glazes. Murray or Devin or anybody, do you girls know anything about acrylic glazes? I'm assuming Tim Holtz, maybe Janice does, has acrylic glazes, I would think. I'm going to try a couple of my acrylic glazes in a minute. Oh, I need something for the body of the, let's try this one. This one is called Forest Green. Oh, that might be kind of dark. Let's try moss. Oh, kiwi. Yeah, let's try moss green. No, I don't know anything about acrylic glazes. Sorry. Don't use glazes, but varnish. Devin doesn't know much. I know less than all of you. Oh, this is like a, cool. Now this end, see, I had this little stamp. So I've got this green on my paintbrush. Could do the little stems and the little leaves. And I think I got too much water in my brush. Is it? Okay, I'm going to go. I was just going to try to do the glaze thing real quick, but if it's pixelated, it's not worth it. Because I don't know what the trouble is. I have my autofocus off. I don't know if that'll help. I know it's so annoying to watch somebody that's pixelated. Oh, look, I got some there. But these are cool. Oh, Barbara. See, and the glazes are a little different. Oh, let's see. They're already mixed up with whatever. And mine are real thick because they haven't been used. But see, these are cool too. Yeah, it's not Devon. It's whatever's happening tonight. We're not having any storms or anything, but obviously I don't have a good connection. All right, then I'm going to cut out, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. I have my I have my my husband hooked up what do they call it? Some kind of a Ethernet or something like that. I have that plugged in, and so I'm not sure why. But thanks for being here. Sorry for the blur. Hopefully it won't be a long thing. But anyway, we got to do a little bit together tonight. Not much, but a little bit. So I'll see you all soon. Hopefully have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Riri said hers is fine even without her glasses. Well, that's good. Maybe you've been healed. Might be StreamYard. Yeah. All right. It happens for sure. All right. Take care. Have a good evening. I think Mary will be on in the morning. And gosh, I think that's it. Oh, you're welcome, Beth. Thanks for joining me, and I'll hope to see you all soon. If not, I'll see you Thursday morning. Have a good rest of your week. Take care, and don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.